host and Pasek, and today I will cook national dish of Malaysia. I have two main ingredients in here, but there are more. Why it's so important to keep national dish authentic? Because that's why it's called national dish. Having the main ingredients and keeping it that way, that's what's the reason behind Nasi Lemak, national dish of Malaysia. And any national dish of every country, there's always the main ingredients that you cannot exclude it. And that's the reason why Museum Holic have national dish episode, because I want to keep the history of each country. And of course, we cannot exclude food. It's part of the history. It's part of our DNA. Stay tuned with me and I will cook Nasi Lemak. These are all the ingredients for Nasi Lemak. And the paste or the chili is this brand here. And I have another brand also that I will show you later on which is which I'm going to use, but I'm just giving you the option whether you want to use this one or you want to use this one. And the number one ingredients for Nasi Lemak, of course, that two chilies I showed you, and the anchovy. This is a dried anchovy, and the tamarind paste, and the coconut that goes along with the basmati rice. You can use a different rice if you want, but I just love basmati rice. And of course, cucumber, egg. I use 2 eggs because this is 2 serving. Garlic, I use 3 of this. Okay, and then a ginger. I'm not going to use the entire ginger, half of this, and this type of onion. And I have the peanuts. This is a raw peanuts, as you can see here. Let's say on the label, peanut kernel. And I have another oil, peanut as well, to compromise the taste. So this is what I'm going to be using, and I'll be using chicken. You can use seafoods, but I'll be using chicken. I'm going to show you each part step by step so that you will understand. Nasi Lemak is very simple dish, national dish of Malaysia, but still when putting all together it seems complicated. But it's a very simple dish as long as you have all the ingredients set and placed. In here you'll see I have 4 different types of pots and pan. So the reason why I have all of this laid out, it's because I will be cooking rice. And rice goes along with water and with coconut milk or cream, and of course pandan. I will put all the names in English because the word pandan, it's a Filipino word, but there is a scientific word for this, or the name of pandan in English. So that's why I have this in here, and that goes into the pan, deep pan, or here. And I'm gonna show you how. And then the next one is a small skillet where I'm gonna be frying the anchovy, and as well as peanuts. This is what's the pan using for. And the next pan, again, a bigger skillet, that's for the meat, for the sauce. Okay, and that's, I'm gonna be using the 2. I'm gonna mix it up Although you can choose either one, but I want to try mix the two and with the tamarind paste. I'm gonna explain to you the tamarind paste because you might be thinking it's sweet, but it's not sweet. Okay, this is green tamarind. And then the other one is the egg. So I need to boil egg. I have 2 eggs in here because it's good for 2 servings, and that goes in this small pot. So that's why I have 4 different pots and pan here. It's because I have to do this at one time in order to serve this, of course, at once, and put it all together into my banana leaf decorative way of putting all together, and some slices of cucumber. So I'm gonna show you that everything. In here, I will use 3 cups of rice. So 3 cups of rice, and for the water, it will be 5 cups of water because the other cup will be the coconut milk. Before that, I need to wash the rice. Again, I'm using basmati rice, but you can use whatever rice you desired, okay? So I'm using basmati rice. Just wash this twice or 3 times. Twice is enough. So wash that, drain it. It's better to understand why we're doing this. So now that's washed, and then I'm gonna add water, 5 cold water. Okay, this is not lukewarm water but cold water, and this is equivalent to 3 cups. So I'm gonna pour that in here from the washed rice. And just mix it up. Okay, and then here's the 1 cup of coconut milk or cream, so I'm gonna add it at 1 and mix that. I'm using my hands is clean. Now this is the secret of the nasi lemak because of the rice mixed with coconut. Now another secret for the nasi lemak recipe is the 3 of the pandan, and I'll just have to put it there, and that will give aroma. I turn this into medium, and then I'll cover that. And once it's boiled, you just have to keep an eye that it's not gonna burn, so you can reduce the heat into low. So I'll leave it in that. Now let's go boil the egg. We're gonna boil 2 eggs. As I mentioned, there are some people that doesn't know how to boil the egg, and I shouldn't have to watch you this, but I think it is a must to show as well, even though this is very simple to do. And then again, put the heat into medium, and then I can turn that later on, and I will do the egg for 15 minutes, and then I'll remove it and then run with cold water. But first, once it's boiled for about 15 minutes, leave it there for another 5 minutes, so all in all 20, and then after, discard the water from where you cook or boiled the egg and then replace it with cold running water from the faucet, and then leave it for 5 minutes in order to make the eggs so firm, so it's easy for slicing. Both pots are boiling now, the rice and the egg. So I will turn the egg into lower heat, and the same thing with the rice into lower. Egg is done. I'll turn that off, and then I will discard the water later on, but I'll leave this for 5 minutes. I have the rice. I already changed that into medium heat, or from medium heat to low. Okay, so I'm gonna open that one and check how's the rice. As you can see, no more water. And if I can just, give you the smell right now, the aroma is amazing. So for me, I'm gonna check that one. I'm just gonna get a bit of the rice and then I'll taste it. Boiled egg. I discarded already the water from which I used earlier, and this is already water, cold water running from the faucet in here. So I will leave that for 5 minutes, and that's ready for serving. Remove the eggshell and slice, and that's part of Nasi Lemak. Now we're gonna do the sauce with the chicken and peanuts and anchovy. So we're gonna put the heat into medium, and then I will add peanut oil. That amount. I'm not using any measurement, but this can be 2 tablespoons. And the same with here, 2 tablespoons. Again, you can use different oil if one of your member of the family. So I'll start with onion. Make sure the onion is translucent. Then you add the garlic and the ginger and then the chicken. Or either way, you can add the chicken, like do the chicken first until it's brownish, and then you can add the onion, garlic and ginger. But I do it different way. I wanted the taste of the onion and the rest of the ingredients before I add the chicken. And then I'll add the chicken. There's no bones on the chicken. Move to the peanut. So I will cook the peanuts here. Just continue to saute And it's not salted peanuts, so you can add salt in this one. But be aware that when you add salt, not too much, because you're gonna use the same pan, or if you have a different pan, but for me I'm gonna use the same pan where I'm gonna fry the anchovy as well. So I will add salt, a little bit of salt, and this is the salt I'm using since this is what's available in the house. I will add a pinch of salt, just like that. So if you're gonna look at the course of the salt, it's not fine, okay? So I'll keep mixing this, stirring this, as long as it's not gonna burn, because if it's burned, it's not good. So keep stirring that, and then leave for a minute, and then I'll move in here again. And it will turn into the desired color as we want it. You can see here it's already turning into lighter color, not pink anymore. And the peanuts, it's almost ready. So about 5 minutes more, this is ready. Then for here we have to add some of the secret ingredients, which is tamarind paste. Just leave it there, and then we'll mix that. It will blend in a way the paste into the meat and the rest of the sauce. Then I will add a tablespoon of that. So that's a tablespoon. So I'll just mix this. Then now I will add the other one, which is this, the sambal, or like, sorry if I mispronounce the name, but forgive me, I apologize. So 1 tablespoon, because this is spicy, and if you want really spicy, then you can add more. So will check that later if I need more, but I think I'm okay with the 1 tablespoon. So mix that. And while this is simmering, I will turn the heat into low, from medium to low, and then I'll cover that in a moment. And then this peanuts here is already ready. Okay, now I'm still gonna be using the pan for anchovy. So here's the anchovy. You don't have to put anything in this, no salt at all. You can add pepper if you want, but no salt, because this is already salty. So you just keep stirring this one for about 5 minutes, and the color will change as well. This is like light gray, like grayish or brownish, and then it will turn to brown. Don't leave it unattended, otherwise it will burn. We'll add a pinch of salt and some pepper, and then it's done.